this better or not? What looks more serious?
Right, yeah, sorry, yeah.
We can have maybe above it or so, ask Steidl any dumb questions about making a book. No, but that was not good.
Yeah.
Take one. Sit down at home or in your studio and make a nice little plummy book out of your photography, Xerox prints or whatever you think, which delivers the idea. Needs not to be perfect, and no blurb book, please. Then wrap it in nice paper, add a letter to it and send it by snail mail to us in Germany. Then wait. It might take a couple of months, but be sure I'm looking to every paper dummy book which arrives here at Steidlville by myself. For sure a physical maquette. PDFs, I'm looking to it all the day. And I want to be surprised by a physical book object. And then the chance is relatively high that I continue turning over pages and discover the entire work. Oh my God, never send more than one submission, one book. Take your time, think about it, and then send just the best idea to me. And the others you keep for other publishers. No, self-publishing is something I really like because you can work on the 10 or 50 or 100 books you want to do, or even more, highly individual. And those might be beautiful objects and worth to be collected. No, every book should be as individual as possible. So when I'm doing a book and I'm looking for a typeform and doing the typography with my designers, then we take something which fits to the idea of the book. And for example, if the photo or whatever is on the cover is so strong that a typeform is disturbing, then no typeform, no title on the text. Then no typeform, no typography on the cover. But making books is a job which cannot be standardized. It is highly individual. No, when I look to pitches and submissions, it's just me, and I don't want to discuss the things I am looking at. And it is just a moment of excitement. So when the book catches my attention and I learn something what I have not seen ever before, it is visual, fantastic, and it delivers a strong content, then be sure it can be a Steidl book. First, we are doing the sequencing of the book, then making the layout in InDesign. When we are sure that all the photos are in the right order, in the right size, and it makes a good book, we make proof pages on an Epson printer. And then color correction begins. And at the end, it is not so important that the printed photo in the book follows the original photos. We are creating an atmosphere for every book, and every book should be a piece of art, a multiple by itself. And color correction is important, but making a book, you need to have another vision than making an exhibition or making just portfolio prints. Why do we need museums to go in and to look at paintings or photography? It is a different experience. When you look to a PDF on your laptop, you have always backlight, and it looks brilliant, and it is shiny, and yeah, at the end it looks all the same, and it's boring because always the same size of your iPhone screen or your laptop screen or whatever. Looking to a photo framed and hanging on the wall of a gallery is a different experience. You have reflective light, there's a little shadow on the side, the color temperature of the electric light makes a change. There are millions of variations if you walk from one room to another and with a crowd of people which is around. It delivers to you something what a screen cannot deliver. And the book, the photo book, is just the same. It is a gallery or a museum in book form. So you look to paper, no backlight, so you have reflective light, and all the experience is in your hands. When it goes on press, once the book is designed, okay, that can be all done on a screen, and that's comfortable and fast. But at a certain point, you have to select the paper and to print the photo with ink on the paper. So what kind of paper? Coated, uncoated, a very rough paper, bulky, which is almost sandy. What kind of ink are you using? Tritone or quadrotone process for black and white, what means 2 blacks and 2 grays, or 3 grays, or 1 black and 2 grays, millions of variations. 4-color process. Do you print it 4-color with an extra hit of black, or do you print the magenta with 2 hits? Millions of variations. And to test this on the real press, on the real paper, that is very exciting. Think about it while creating the book and make notes, but fix the title at the very end. So when the book is ready designed and you have it in front of you, you find the best idea. And when the book is in the printing process, and just in that moment that you have the plate with a title page on press and the first sheets are tumbling out, and in this moment you find the perfect title, then better stop the press immediately, make a new page design, a new plate, and start printing again. So up to the last minute, wait, and then find the best title. Difficult question. If a photo book has a soul, normally it needs some weeks or some months, or sometimes years, to find out. When I look to books I have done 20 or 30 or 40 years ago, there are some where I have not been very happy with the result in the moment of the creation and printing. But after some years, you see there is soul, there is emotion, and there's a good spirit in the book. Nice question. The answer is very simple. It's my job. That's what I'm doing since 50 years. So when I wake up, I want to create photo books. And when I go to bed, I'm dreaming about the next day to make the next photo book. Creating photo books is my life. There is no rule. If you make a headache and prepare yourself for a meeting with a publisher and presenting the best works in this and that way, I prefer to go the chaotical way, be spontaneous, be authentic, speak with the publisher, discuss the project, and be open for changes. Digital proofing on an Epson machine or a Canon or whatever it is normally an RGB process, and you don't use the same inks as on an offset press. Just wet proof printing, what means you have to make plates, you have to prepare a big press, you have to take 1 or 2 tons of paper and print the real photo with a real mechanical process on the paper of your choice is the only way to make proof corrections and to deliver an outstanding result. It takes time and it is very expensive, but if somebody says Steidl books are looking different than books from any other publisher, this is one of the secrets, that most of our books are wet proof printed, and the result is visible and it is better. Of course you can mix black and white and color photos in one book, and if you find a publisher or printer who is willing to print the black and white photos in a real grayscale, means tritone, 1 black or 2 grays, or a quadrotone, 1 black and 3 grays or whatever, and the 4-color process in CMYK, then you create really an object of art, a real multiple, because black and white photos in 4-color process printed is always a poor simulation. Hard to answer. So sometimes just 10 photos or 20 pages are too much, and sometimes you have a book with 300, 400 pages, and it could go on and go on and go on without being tired by looking at it. You have to test it out. Make a book dummy before you are printing it on real paper. Sit down, look at it, turn over page by page. And if it is still exciting when you are on page 250, then go on and make 300 or 320 pages. But if it is getting boring after page 40, then stop immediately. And then show to your friends or some people you trust in aesthetical matters. And if they say the same, then your book has 40 pages. First, there is a dialogue between me and the artist. And my standard question is in the beginning, what is the vision of your book? What do you have in mind? What are you dreaming about? And then we talk. And step by step, all the technical matters, if there are 2 photos on a page, and what is left and what is right, and what is the right sequence and so on, is coming into play. And in this moment, we go 1 floor down from the library where we met first into the design studio, and the designer is involved. And then we are playing like kids at the beach and making a sandcastle. Then we go home, sleep a night, and in the night the waves are coming, destroying the sandcastle. The next day we try again. And once everything is fixed, we go into production. A good step into the book publishing world is self-publishing, so make it by yourself. And then try to find a publisher, and if you trust in his work, then try out if he accepts your ideas. If not, go on self-publishing. And if he or she is a good partner for you, then make books with a professional publisher.